Ship's log, August 2nd, 3302. Authentication? Screw it. It's broken anyways. So, I pretty much fucked it up. Not just one jump or a single landing, but the whole journey. I almost killed myself out of stupidity, but since I'm recording this, I survived obviously. I don't know how, maybe something or someone is holding one or more hands above my head. Don't know, but as long as I live, I might not want to know it. For the moment, I'll just call it luck. But what did happen might be an upcoming question, and I tend to answer it. Well. In one of those countless unnamed and lonely star systems, I found two planets only a few light seconds away from each other. In a so-called of madness, I decided to take a closer look, and I also landed. I made a quick trip with my SRV, but besides wasting my time, it was pretty much boring as hell. I still don't get the excitement of other explorers to land on rocks. But that's not a point I want to discuss right now. When I started after this, I saw a really nice canyon and decided to fly a bit through it. Psst, just a hint, that's where the idiotic part starts. At this point, I'd like to put a little insertion. What is a crash? It's nothing else than an instantaneous deceleration from a given velocity to relative zero without pulling the brake in your vehicle. In my case, it's a spaceship piloted by an idiot and decelerated by a fucking planet. In other words, I crashed into the cliff because I forgot to take the ship's momentum into account as I turned my nose upwards to fly back into space. Maybe that's what saved me, since the force of the impact could be distributed on the whole structure. I think I'll run a few simulations when I return home. If I return home. Nonetheless, I'm a very lucky man, and I cannot stress this enough. So I'm a very lucky man to be still alive, and also I should stick a little note over my bed. No landings, moron. Yeah, I'll put it up before I go to sleep today. My situation is more critical than the one I described in my last log. I had to do some repairs and used most of my hull repair kits. Usually, they only should be used for minor cracks, and for everything else, we have the self-healing alloys that can stop and close advancing cracks within the material. And I'm really happy that it works and that some smart guys transferred the principle from polymers to metals. However, the damage after the impact has been so big that the refilling of the cracked material did not work completely. So it took me 6 weeks and countless hours in my spacesuit to repair every major crack that could not be filled to a secure level. At least Ship's Diagnostics says that my hull integrity is at 19% right now, which is enough to keep me alive while flying. Okay, I have to admit I had a major "I want back to my mommy" moment before I used the FSD for the first time after my little incident. And since you can hear this, it worked, didn't it? On the scientific side, I can report that I still did not manage to find an Earth-like world. But I stumbled over a few water worlds, and some of them are even candidates for terraforming. Yay! Also, in the region of space I crossed after leaving Eta Carina, I encountered many high metal content worlds, and also some of them are candidates for terraforming. Double yay! And recently, I saw my first ammonia world. Triple yay! So at least the mission is not completely screwed up. But now that it's only 19% hull, I changed my course and I'm heading directly back to the bubble, because I collected much data and I want to get it back home. Maybe, who knows, after returning and if everything is settled, I'll start another trip, if my boss allows it. But I'll deal with that when the time has come. I expect to be home in a few weeks. At least it's enough time to think of a good excuse why I made a little dent into the ship. End of log.